Dick Cheney is a very provocative guy, the former vice president. He says a lot of things. He says, for example, that at some point this country will face a terrorist attack much worse than 9/11. He says he believes Barack Obama is the worst president in his lifetime. Why does he say all these things? Well, here's how he explained it to CNN's Jake Tapper.
I'm 73 years old. Every day I get up is a gift. I was an end-stage heart failure 2 years ago. Got a new heart. That does wonders for your attitude, but from my perspective, I feel very strongly that these things need to be said, and if I don't say them, I don't know who else will on the standpoint of the Republican Party or somebody who has my background and experience over the last 40 years.
If he doesn't say them, no one else will. Does that mean he has great courage, or does it mean that he's a lonely voice?
Well, I think he is a bit of a lonely voice these days. You know, at a time when sort of the Rand Paul position on foreign policy has gained increasing traction within the Republican Party, there are fewer voices defending the legacy of the Bush administration, and particularly a lot of the unpopular foreign policy positions that Dick Cheney pushed very aggressively. And so, you know, he does feel like a man living on borrowed time. He does feel like he has a responsibility to defend that legacy. And, you know, time will tell if history agrees with him.
He is an interesting point, Manu. I had a conversation with him a couple years after 9/11 at the vice president's residence where he said that he essentially cut a deal with George W. Bush, that he was always going to be the worst case scenario. And he said as time passed and people started to forget 9/11, that people would just get more relaxed. They would view these threats less seriously. And I said, well, that's like the dark side. And he laughed about the Darth Vader reference. And he said, yes. And he said he was always going to take that position because somebody had to. It's a bit bizarre, but...
And it's also, you know, the timing works pretty well for them with the violence that's happening in Iraq and questions about what the president has done in withdrawing forces from there. So they sense that there's an opening. And clearly after the Wyoming Senate primary last year when Liz Cheney, his daughter, ran and had a very rocky bid and she had to get out of that race, this is an opportunity for them to reassert themselves in the national debate. And potentially, if Liz one day wants to run for another office, this could be a way in, get her back on the national stage. And clearly, I'm sure this has something to do with that.
He's provocative, whether you like his politics, whether you don't like his politics. More of that interview at CNN.com. He was asked the question by Jake specifically, Hillary Clinton or Rand Paul. He said he's a Republican, but he didn't answer directly.